The consultancy grew. Adaize was promoted within 8 months, and by the end of the year, she was being considered for a team lead position. She had built, slowly and painstakingly, a professional reputation that belonged entirely to her, unmediated by family connections or borrowed names. Adaize closes a report. A quiet smile appears on her face. She has earned her place. She spoke to her father once that year. At a family gathering she attended out of a sense of duty she had not yet fully untangled. Chief Okafor looked at her across the room with something she could not quite read. Not pride exactly, but perhaps its first cousin. He said nothing meaningful, but he did not diminish her either. And she had learned that some people's growth comes only in small, unannounced degrees. Nothing more is needed.
She and Tunde were together in the way that felt like choosing each day, not because love was fragile, but because they both believed it was active.
He had started writing his essays more seriously. She had started reading them. They argued about history and novels, and whether pepper soup was better with goat meat or catfish. Neither argument was ever quite resolved. And that was fine. I knew then that we were seeing things differently. But with him, even a disagreement felt like progress. There was a young woman at the firm, Kemi, 23, freshly graduated, the kind of bright and earnest that the world had not yet gotten around to discouraging. She came to Adaize one afternoon, shaken by something her manager had said, something dismissive, something that rhymed with all the things Adaize had heard at dinner tables and in polite phone calls. Adaize told her story about her aunt, the job, the dining table, the betrayals she once tried to explain away. And then she said, "The people who should have believed in you, sometimes they don't. Sometimes the ones closest to you are the ones who do the most damage. Because they have the most access. That is a fact. What about the pain? It will hurt exactly as much as it deserves to hurt. And then, if you let it will teach you something no prosperity or comfort ever could. Who you actually are when the scaffolding falls away. And once you know that, once you really know it, no one can take it from you. Not a manager, not an aunt, not even a father who never quite learned how to see you." Does it stop hurting? It changes. It goes from a wound to a scar. And scars can be lived with. Some of them, after enough time, you almost stop noticing. Except when the light hits a certain way. And even then, you remember not just the cut, but everything you survived to become. Trust is not naivety. It is a conscious choice, renewed each day, to remain open to the world, in spite of what the world has cost you. Resilience is not hardness. It is the refusal to let your wounds become your identity.